Welcome back to this week's 3-Minute Expert. This week we're going to talk about another big chunk of the fandom, AMVs. An AMV is typically a fan-made music video taking clips from an existing anime and pairing them to a piece of music. Sometimes they're funny.
Right now you are down and out and feeling really crappy.
I'll see.
And when I see how sad you are, it sort of makes me happy.
Sometimes they're dramatic. Sometimes they're just plain badass. The term AMV usually stands for anime music video, although these days they've expanded out to include non-anime works.
1, 2, 3, my baby don't mess around.
And therefore AMV has expanded to mean amateur music video. The history of fan-made AMVs dates back at least as far as 1982, when Jim Kapostas created a goofy space battleship Yamato mashup to the Beatles, All You Need Is Love. AMVs spread along with fan dubs and other parodies, and eventually AMV showings and contests became a staple at anime conventions. That said, it's also important to be familiar with the DAICON 3 and DAICON 4 opening animations, which were created by the people who eventually went on to found Gainax. They're original in that they created their own animation, but they do feature a lot of references to other shows of the era. They were created for the sci-fi conventions of the same name in 1981 and 83. As videos moved into the digital age, AMVs have become easier and easier to make, although the highest quality ones still take a lot of time and effort. Still in all, AnimeMusicVideos.org currently hosts over 100,000 AMVs, and that doesn't include all the ones that get uploaded straight to YouTube. It also took the digital age to move fans in Japan into the AMV world. What used to be a relatively Western-only fan thing is now very common in Japan, although they call them mad movies rather than AMVs. There are, however, some AMVs that you really should know about. First and foremost being AMV Hell, an increasingly long series of collections of shorts. A more recent AMV that took folks by storm is the phenomenal stop-motion TOUHOU AMV Bad Apple, which took existing animation and fused it with stop-motion photograph animation to make something really cool. Of late, programs like Flash have made it possible for fans to put their own original animation to audio. Even Leiji Matsumoto, the man behind Captain Harlock, Galaxy Express 999, and others, has gotten into the AMV game with the Daft Punk project Interstella 5555, and more recently an animated video to go with Queen's Bohemian Rhapsody. Now that you're an expert on AMVs, your mission is to share the best AMVs you've ever seen in the comments. And tune back in next week for another Anime Vice 3-Minute Expert.